although we don't like having people know things about us that we didn't disclose, it's kind of just part of life. Like it's not. I personally think I guess I'm also like a digital native, but that it's just really not that dangerous, and it's not that bad until it comes to a point where our biometric data has our entire genome, and then it's dangerous. So I feel like it's more about protecting from that than anything.
Okay,
and I'm Deanna Clark, and I really enjoyed your presentations. I'm a professor at FIT, and I'm also a fashion compliance attorney, so I deal with consumer product issues and apparel. Of course, was really interesting to me because all that's regulated. My students, how can they learn more about what you're doing and how to keep up with what you're doing? I mean, is there a conference related to this topic, or other than following you? I think if you're at Crate, that's a Crated. I just tweeted something, and I tweeted you as well. So I can give them that information, but is there a conference? Are there things to go to that I can send my students to? Because I think they'd be interested.
Yes, like we personally I think that the world of wearable technology is still fairly young, and that there's a World of Wearables conference, I think, that should be coming out. I think so.
International Symposium on Computers.
I think this was actually just like World of Wearables conference. It sounds like you know fitness as well. And of course, there's consumer electronics shows that's more focused on wearable technology. I think that a lot of this stuff happens in like maker hacker spaces where people are really building things, and that could be a good place to work as well. There's also, I'm sure that you know this already, but University of North Carolina has an amazing technology and textile center, so I'm sure that they're on the forefront of all textile-based innovation.
What did you say? World Wearables?
Oh, there's a conference that's called the International Symposium of Wearable Computers. But there's a lot of like different things, like cyborg stuff, head-mounted display systems, and like one-handed keyboards. Maybe that was in the mid-2000s. I know, like just a little. I went, in 2005. It was a while ago. But there's also a lot of like military stuff too. Yeah. But also at IB, so where I have my computational fashion fellowship, the other side of the computational fashion program that they have is this public industry and scientists and artists combined together these bi-monthly meetings where they have lectures and stuff, and they have certain themes. And so a previous theme was like batteries and wearables, and another previous theme was like 3D printing wearables. So I think that's really worth looking at. Yeah.
Thank you.
Students actually, Becky Stern does Wearable Wednesdays, which is just like really short videos of how to make like light up hair bows and stuff.
Thank you.
Let's do one more. Do you guys see the mainstream fashion industry kind of reacting to this kind of known area, or even shifting at all?
Oh, I mean, the CFDA just recently teamed up with Intel. I think that designers, especially designers who have been in the fashion industry for a long time, are seeing that it's inevitable. Well, whether they like the transition towards tech, I don't know, but I think that people are at least acknowledging it on a larger scale, that this is the way that the future is going to go. And with that, I think that there's so many small companies, direct-to-consumer fashion brands that are popping up, that it will be more of a competitive landscape where we're not just buying from the Nordstroms, we're also buying from these direct-to-consumer creators who really have to innovate at the highest level to compete. So I think the industry is shifting slowly, but Mara would have a better
I've been a fashion designer for about 10 years, and I actually quit in a bit of a huff the industry because of how dystopian it is. It's just the waste is staggering, and that compiling guilt just got too much after a while. And especially doing things on mass scale, the more influence you have, the more like kind of influential a brand is, the more they can justify wasting shopping and the best way to get a good competitive price with the way that people consider shopping now is by, I mean, you guys saw the Bangladeshi factory that fell in on itself, and I actually worked for a company whose umbrella company made some clothes there. My umbrella company was in Mexico. And they, they cut millions of units of things, so it's hard for the little guys to compete with those prices even if you're making a much better product. And I think that the unfortunate truth is that the fashion industry is receptive to kind of buzzy tech, but they're not receptive to using tech that would actually innovate their production methods, which is where the huge, huge problems are. I mean, that's how we're really ruining the world. So they might attach a, Google Glass at a runway or 3D print something, but they're not actually solving any real problems.
I think there's also, people have really personal relationships with their clothing, and in order for technology to be introduced in that relationship, I think that there really has to be a big payoff. I feel like, we just want to go home and we take off our clothes, we put them in the hamper, put on our pajamas, go to sleep. And we're not really thinking about like, oh, I have to set or recharge this, or like I have to take this out so it doesn't get shorted or whatever. Like there's a lot of things that we have to